The recipe that I'm choosing is a recipe given to me by my cousins and taught to me by my cousins. My cousin's wife, also my cousin, her mother is from Cuba originally, and she taught her how to make black beans and Cuban black beans. So this is a Cuban style black bean recipe that was taught to me by my cousins. I hope you enjoyed. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is just cook our dried black beans. You can soak them overnight if you want. I soaked them for a couple of hours because I'm doing them in the Instant Pot. If you are going to cook them in a crock pot or on the stove, you might want to consider letting them really soak overnight. So I have my beans here, drained. I'm going to put them in. This is 2.5 cups of black beans. To that, we're going to add 5 cups of water. All right, so we've got 5 cups of water in here. I'm going to seal the Instant Pot. If you're doing this in the crock pot, you're going to want to put it on low for pretty much many hours all day until they're the softness that you desire. In the Instant Pot, I'm only going to cook them for 30 minutes. I've only partially soaked them. If I had soaked them overnight, I could really bring it down to about 10 minutes, but I only partially soaked them, so I'm going to do it for 30 minutes. Pressure cook on high and start. We'll take a look when they are done. Beans are done, so I'm going to cancel on this and I'm going to release the steam. Okay, the little thing has gone down, so let's open these up and take a look. Lots of liquid still, which is totally fine. And I'm actually gonna drain out, I'm gonna save some of the liquid, but I'm gonna drain out most of the liquid right now. All right, my beans are perfectly cooked. They're soft and delicious. They're not seasoned yet, but that's the next step. Stay tuned. The next step for the beans is to prepare my onion and garlic and green pepper for cooking. So you're going to use 2 medium onions or 1 huge one. I have a really big red onion here, so I'm going to use that. And I'm going to sort of dice them. That's my onion. And I am doing this in the Instant Pot, so this is the part that you can do on the stove. I'm using the Instant Pot for the whole thing today, so I am going to turn it on. I'm going to put it on Saute and medium heat. I think that's fine for 30 minutes. Start that so it's going to get hot. I'm going to put some olive oil inside the Instant Pot. If you don't have an Instant Pot, this is what you're going to be doing on the stove. While that gets hot, I'll get my green pepper ready. What I'm using are this frozen bag of cut peppers, and I've sort of taken out my green pepper, or a bunch of green pepper, and I'm going to just chop that up and get that ready. This frozen pepper blend is a great thing to grab and keep in your freezer for cooking. It's really delicious. I'm gonna get my onion in the Instant Pot, start sauteing. And we'll chop up our green pepper now. I've let it defrost just a little bit, but you don't even need to. You can just throw it in frozen. And I'm gonna add that to the Instant Pot. And now I'm gonna add my garlic to this. I've been using this minced garlic in a jar, but absolutely fresh garlic is even better. And you're gonna wanna use about 4 cloves of garlic, so I'm going to put a healthy amount. So I'm gonna let this saute a little bit. And we're gonna add some of the beans. While that's sauteing, I'm just gonna add 2 tablespoons of vinegar, and I'm just using white vinegar here. 1, 2, and 2 tablespoons of a dry white wine. That will be ready for me when I'm ready to do it. All right, while that's sauteing, I'm gonna take 1 cup of these already cooked black beans. I'm gonna add them to this, and I'm gonna mash them. Mashing them is going to create a thickening that's gonna thicken the beans and give it a nice texture. So just 1 cup you want to mash, and I'm mashing it up with the onions and the peppers. Now I'm going to add the rest of my beans to the pot. I'm going to stir it up. I've turned off the heat at this point. Oh my gosh, these are going to be so good. They already smell amazing. Now, this is when we're going to add the rest of our seasoning. So to this, we're going to add, we have 2 teaspoons of salt, a half of a teaspoon of pepper, 1 bay leaf, 1 tablespoon of sugar, a 1/4 teaspoon of oregano, and I'm just gonna dump that in. In addition to that, we're gonna add our vinegar and dry white wine mixture. Get that all stirred together. This is too thick to now pressure cook, but I don't need to pressure cook this anymore. I just need this to kind of cook down slowly together. So either on the stove, in your crock pot, or in your Instant Pot, you're going to slow cook. So I'm going to move this back a little bit. I'm going to go to slow cook, and you're going to want to cook this for about an hour. So I'm going to take it to slow cook, and I'm only going to bring it to 1 hour. Temperature is medium, and that's it. So I will probably lightly put the lid on. If you have a glass lid, that's fine too. I'm just going to kind of gently cover it. I guess we'll do that. And it's slow cooking now for 1 hour. All right, this has been cooking for an hour. These are fragrant, absolutely delicious, packed full of flavor, packed full of goodness. So I'm gonna transfer it to a bowl, and they do freeze very, very well. So if you have extra, absolutely freeze them. Oh my gosh, they smell so good, you guys. And I don't know about in your family, but I see the bay leaf right there. So if it's easy to take it out. However, in my family, if you are served the bay leaf in a soup or in beans or something like that, it's like good luck. I don't know why. So I'm gonna leave it in for now. There you have it, wonderful black beans, cooked from dry beans to deliciousness in no time. It does take a lot longer if you do it in a crock pot or on the stove, but the result is absolutely as delicious and wonderful. Thank you so much to my wonderful cousins for showing me how to make this recipe. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you'll like the video. Hit subscribe and tap the notification bell for notifications on future videos. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will catch you next time.